Modern dating is a numbers game. People love to date around, they go on lots of first dates, women included, to eventually find somebody that they're excited about, and then they'll pursue that connection further. A lot of men, they waste too much time pursuing women that they may be interested in, but the women aren't actually that interested in them back. And I think if that you can be honest with yourself and realize who's actually that into you and focus on those people and move on from those who aren't, you save yourself so much time, so many headaches, and you actually spend more time being intimate with somebody that you're genuinely connected to. So what I want to talk about today are 5 common signs to recognize when a woman just isn't that into you. Let's get started. Number 1. She never really commits to hanging out with you. And you first need to understand that if a woman likes you, she wants to talk to you, she wants to see you, she wants to hear from you. The overarching theme that we're going to talk about today is that when we're truly excited about a connection, we try to make it happen. If overall a woman is making it largely difficult to do these things, she's probably not that into you. No woman is like, hey, I met my dream guy and I'm gonna, make him chase me for 3 months so that way we have the storybook romance we've always wanted. They are going to invest in you, they are going to make it easier to connect, and if they're not doing those things, generally you want to move on and look elsewhere. Like I said, if a woman's interested in you, she doesn't want to have a virtual relationship. She doesn't want to be over the phone forever or just texting for weeks on end. So if you are trying to make plans, and she is quite vague about her answers. She's never actually giving you a concrete time that she's available. She's saying, oh, we'll see, I have to figure things out. Or, yeah, that sounds good, but then nothing moves forward. She's probably not that interested. If she is actually that busy, then she will let you know, hey, yeah, the next few days I've got a ton of work to catch up on, but I'm free, this coming Saturday. How does that work? Or she'll signal that maybe she can't do it now, but then actually start to figure out a time later. If none of that is happening and you are getting vague commitments, ambiguity, hesitation, oh, I'll get back to you, and nothing ever moves forward, then probably not gonna happen. Number 2. She cancels on plans multiple times. I see this happen a lot where women will either cancel the day of and say, oh my God, something came up unexpectedly. Or when you go to check in on that day for the date, like, hey, are we hanging out at 7? Or hey, let's grab a drink at this place. I'll meet you there at 6. Then she says, oh my God, I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. I actually had something else planned. If it happens the first time, I'll give somebody the benefit of the doubt. Things come up, people forget. But if at that point she's not trying to apologize and make different plans with you and saying, actually, this doesn't work, but how about Friday instead? Or you try to make plans with her and say, hey, no problem, would Friday work instead? And then she's still being vague or not committing, it's not going to happen. She's not valuing your time. She's not respecting the fact that she blew you off and messed up your plans. So at that point, if it's happening more than once, I'm generally not going to invest in somebody further because they know I want to hang out. I've made that clear a few times, and it's up to them at that point. Number 3, she talks about other men she's dating in front of you. If a woman's constantly talking about different dates she's going on, a new Tinder date that was whatever, or a guy she's excited about, or even a guy she's dating and she's having these problems with, could she be just sharing her dating experiences openly? Of course, but generally, if a woman likes a man, she doesn't want to tell him about her other prospects. She knows that most men don't want to hear that, and she wants it to feel special between you two. So if she's going out of her way to be open about the other people she's dating, she's basically signaling, I'm exploring other options, you're not my top priority, and maybe you're the emotional support that she wants while she's trying to look for somebody else, a better suitor that she's maybe more romantically attracted to. So again, if a woman's talking about a lot of other dudes that she's dating or her dating experiences that are active, she's generally not seeing you as the top choice. Number 4, she says that she just wants to be friends, or she hints consistently at being friends together, using words like, oh my God, you're such a good friend, or I'm so glad we're friends. Or when you go to ask her to hang out, and she's like, yeah, but just to let you know, I'm not really looking for anything right now, but I'm cool to be friends if you're okay with that. A lot of guys think that that's like some secret signal of just a girl pumping the brakes. Generally not. She is basically saying, I do not find myself romantically attracted to you. I don't see you as an intimate prospect. You're somebody that maybe I want to get to know in a platonic way, but nothing more. And a lot of guys just will take that bait and be like, cool, I can be friends with her and just go hang out with her a bunch of times or be on the phone for weeks on end and hope that something changes. But it generally doesn't. People know whether or not they're attracted to you very quickly. Most studies, even for women, show that a woman knows whether or not a guy is a potential romantic prospect within 20 to 30 minutes of meeting him. You waiting around being friendly isn't going to suddenly make her get aroused and excited and feel desired by a strong guy that she sees in a romantic light. It's just going to further solidify your friendship. And I would say that it's fine to be friends with women if you actually want to be friends. If a woman says, yeah, I just want to be friends with you, and you can genuinely tell yourself, I have accepted that nothing's going to happen. I'm not hoping that this will change. And if she started seeing other people, I would be excited for her, because that's what you do with friends. If one of your guy friends has a new girl that he's dating, you're not like, ooh, I hate him and I don't want to hang out with him anymore. You're like, dude, I'm so happy for you. And like, I want to meet her. So most of the time, 9 times out of 10, when a guy says, oh, she says she wants to be friends, but maybe things will change, or like, I'll just keep hanging out, I generally don't think it's worth it, because again, most of the time you don't actually want friendship. If you do, great. I have lots of female friends, but otherwise, I think it's better to not spend the time being a fake friend and going and focusing on somebody who's genuinely excited about you in a romantic sense. And number 5, she's dating a guy and she tells you that she's unhappy in this relationship, but nothing changes. This does happen quite a bit, where a man will meet a woman, she'll be in a relationship, and she'll be missing something from that relationship, right? Maybe the emotional side of the connection. And then she meets you and you're sweet and you're kind and maybe have some of those qualities that her current relationship doesn't offer. But then she's coming to you for those missing parts. And you think, okay, great, she's unhappy. She's telling me that she wants to spend more time with me. Maybe this will turn into something. Almost never. Right? Because if she's truly ready to leave that relationship, then she doesn't need another person to make that leap. She's just going to say, I'm unhappy, I need to move on. She'll break it off, and then she'll start exploring romance otherwise. But if she's like bad-mouthing her partner and staying with him and then talking to you for a while and you're her emotional support, she's trying to get her cake and eat it too. She doesn't want to leave her boyfriend, and she wants the missing pieces from you. But again, she's still prioritizing her existing relationship. Maybe because she's too afraid to leave, or maybe because she likes him more. But again, the point is she's not ready to leave, and she's not ready to choose you over her current relationship. So I think trying to save a girl from a relationship or be there when her boyfriend's not treating her right and swoop in just doesn't work. You can let that person know, hey, listen, I understand that you're in a tough spot. I'm interested in getting to know you better and taking you out on a date. If things change and your situation changes, hit me up. And if she's genuinely excited about you, then when she's ready to move on from her partner, she knows that you're open and excited about her, and she can pursue that then. So if you're getting those 5 signs, odds are it's probably not going to happen. And if you really want to be sure, a lot of guys say, well, what if this is the special case? What if you're wrong? Generally, it almost is never a special case. But if you really want to explore that, push it forward once more, right? Say, hey, listen, no matter if she's telling you about guys she's seeing or she's canceling on dates or whatever, just be forward and say something like, hey, listen, I really want to get to know you, but I'm also excited about people who are excited about me. If you want to grab a drink, let me know. And throw it out there. If in her mind she's like, oh my God, this is my dream guy, and there really is some external circumstance, I didn't realize that I was going to lose him, or I didn't realize that I wasn't, committing enough, she is going to make it happen. She is not just going to say, this is the love of my life potentially, or a guy I'm really excited about. Forget it. So push forward once more, be direct about it. If again you're getting nothing in return, move on. She knows where you stand, and this isn't some tactic to suddenly pull her back in. I think that the real thing is to move on and focus on somebody else. And if she does come back and she really shows you that she's super invested now, and even she apologizes or explains herself for blowing you off or whatever, maybe consider it. But generally, it's not going to change, and people know whether or not they're really excited about someone quickly. So I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. If you did, please subscribe below. We're going to bring you more content on understanding women's minds and navigating dating well. That's it for today. I'll see you guys later.